God is back. God is back. God is black. God is black.
Yeah. We are back with another episode of All Talk Podcast, man.
Hey,
Okay, so, well, yeah, right now, I just want to first off and say, I'm happy to be here, man. This is episode 2, y'all, of season 3, and I'm really excited about this. Y'all don't know the feeling that I feel every time I get the opportunity to sit here and talk to y'all. Like I told y'all, man, I'm doing my purpose. Y'all don't get that how good of a feeling is when you're doing your purpose, man. It's a beautiful feeling, man. And yeah, so this episode, we're gonna get right to it though. I have a special guest with me, man, and y'all know we keeping it authentic and we going directly to success stories. Y'all already know All Talk Podcast is about inspiring and motivating. So we want to keep that energy going. So when you do get an opportunity to tap in, you're getting some up out of it, and that's what it's about, man. We want to make sure that we providing some substance to our culture and also our community. So, it's a beautiful thing. And but like I said, I'm gonna get right to it, man. I got a lovely guest. I'm very excited about her actually being here. She's a Richard. I'll actually let her do all the details. I'm not gonna even tell y'all where she's from. I just know she got some great, beautiful energy, man, and I love it, man. And that's what we're about. So I want to introduce Bree. Bree, say what's up to the people, yo.
hey. I hope everyone is feeling good and feeling great.
Man,
Thank you so much for having me.
man, thank you. And that's we all about it, and thank you for being here. And I messed up. I don't like that. Let's make sure we get this right. Brea, first and foremost.
There you go.
Look, wait. I'm gonna do it right. Let me do it again. Brea Jordai.
There you go.
Look at that. Hey, I had to
That's
pronunciate that. You hear me?
That's it.
Man, I appreciate you being here first and foremost, man. This is
Thank you
lovely.
for having me.
Yes, and I'm just gonna give the people a brief recap. Me, I stay on the gram, y'all. And one thing that I love about I guess the gift that God has given me is that I'm able to see the light in people, and as I was scrolling, this shiny light just so happened to come across the screen, and Brea popped up, and she was spitting some lovely bars, y'all. Y'all know how I am in the hip hop scene. That was my pride life. Nah, but we ain't gonna talk about it. But yeah, though, man, she was spitting some lovely bars, and I seen something in her. Definitely a goddess, and someone that I have, so from following her throughout this time, I definitely became a fan. Let's say that. I feel like you are meant for not only the culture but for the people, and I just I'm happy to be a part of what you're doing. So that was just my brief recap, but I want you to formally introduce yourself to the world and to the people who don't know you.
Absolutely. So absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's an honor. I appreciate it this time. And yeah, I mean, exactly what you said. My name is Brea Jordai. You can call me Brea for short.
Right. Make sure y'all say the Jordai. We're gonna make sure.
There you go. Gotta say the Jordai. Jordai
right.
is my middle name for real.
Okay,
so,
lovely.
But I mean, I'm an artist, from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised. I'm passionate about the culture.
Yes.
Yes. I'm one of the faces you need to remember because I'm gonna move it forward.
Yes,
you get what I'm
indeed.
saying? I'm one of the names you need to remember. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And yeah, that's just what I'm about. Honestly, it's just moving things forward, challenging the way we think about things, and just doing it in the form of art. My art.
You know what I love about this, Brea, is that some people have it on them and then some people have it in them. What I liked about you is that you have it in you. Like, even though like you just did that mainly description about how you love the culture, I see that in you already. You know what I mean?
For real.
And that's where so we're gonna recap them actually a few questions. I know you said you're originally from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
So give me what was like growing up in Cleveland,
Okay, so I freaking love Cleveland. Like, let me be the first to say it. It took so long for me to just decide to actually make the move and leave the city. It was hard for me because I just have this love for Cleveland. But, I felt like I've given it so many years of trying to chase my dreams and develop here and everything. And I feel like, coming out of Cleveland, like, we're a different breed. And I know everybody says that about their city, and it's true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing for Cleveland. I'm from Euclid, Ohio. Okay. I got family. A lot of my family is from East Cleveland, family from St. Clair, just family literally from all Cleveland. So I was a kid. I could go to different places and it'll be cool because I probably have family there. Right. And just growing up in the city. I mean, I guess I would say it was like any other like Black household, right?
Right.
I like going outside and playing, riding my bike. I grew up during that time where you actually went outside and stuff and you had to make friends. I grew up during a time where your parents will lock you outside the house if you're about to get in a fight with somebody and you can't run in the house because you're scared. Right. So I just made that, So, you kind of have to be tough, but it was just like, just so much love. Like, my childhood was lit.
Okay. So you got any brothers, sisters? How's that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the oldest child and the only girl, and I have two brothers who I love dearly. So growing up with them, like those guys are my best friends. Nice. They both gave me nephews, and a niece. So it's just awesome. I'm the papa auntie.
The papa auntie, huh? The oldest. Yeah. So you always was you got in trouble twice. You got in trouble for not, handling what you're supposed to have around the house. Listen, see, I was the youngest. I was the baby. So, the youngest boy. I'll put it like that. So my brothers got in trouble.
So you were spoiled.
Yeah, something like that. I wouldn't even say spoiled though. I think I had my way just a little bit. Yeah. As much as I was allowed. So did you grow up like with your mom and your pops, or?
Yep. I grew up with both of my parents in a household. So that was amazing. Definitely a daddy's girl shoot, but I'm a mama's girl too. Like I love my parents. Like I was that kid, like just like freaking adore my parents type. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yes, indeed.
A lot of things that I do, and like, a major reason why I chase my dreams as hard as I do is because like my parents, like they just put that confidence in me, like, no, you could do it, go for it. Yes. And, once they understood that this was something I took serious and wanted to do, like they were on top of it, trying to, taking me to different studios, coming to every show I had. I've been rapping since I was 7 years old. So I've been at this for a long time.
So while we on this subject, I was going to ask you, which you kind of answered my next question, which was, when did you discover, your talent? Like, how did that come about? So you said you were 7. How did that go?
Yeah, I was like 7 when I wrote like my first little corny rap. You know what I mean?
Well, it wasn't corny. It wasn't really corny. Let me find out you remember it.
If I say it now, it's probably fun. No, it probably, that was bad for real.
I'm going to challenge you.
Why are you talking about stuff like that?
Listen, now you got to spit it. I want to hear what was the first rap like.
You may get it. Let me think. See, you got me on the spot. Let me think. Okay,
I don't think nobody remembers.
Some bars at some point. I may give you some bars at some point.
Well, that's love. But honestly, I don't know anybody that could remember like they first.
Honestly, if I sat down and thought about it, I could probably really rap it to you. It's crazy. That's just how my memory is. But but yeah, I was always like singing and everything. Always. My mom would make everything a song for me so I can remember it. So like our home address, she was making a song. So nice. I memorized that. Like, so it was like a natural thing. I think my mom wanted to be a rapper at some point in her life or something. She had to have wanted to, because I'm like such a hip hop baby. So my parents, like, my favorite artist growing up was KRS-One.
Wow.
Like, how you know about KRS-One? Like the whole Criminal Minded album, I freaking memorized it. I was rapping it like it was my raps to
Man.
people at school. This, like, imagine a little girl, like, just trying, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, my Christmas gifts will always be stuff like a speaker with a mic and a tape thing so I can record my, or a stereo system, stuff like that, Once my family discovered that was like truly like something I loved, they just like pushed it. So just feeding me everything.
The crazy thing is that you're kind of preaching to the choir. Like my childhood was similar. Like I used to love doing a performance in front of my parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that that's a beautiful thing. So you say your mom had to be in music. Let me ask you this though: were there any challenges or any battles that you had to face? You know what I mean, to challenge your belief and you starting to believe? Like when did you start to fully believe in yourself to know like, hey, this is what I got and this is what I want to do?
Yeah. I would say that's a really good question too, honestly. Because I mean, when you a kid and you like trying to do something, like your family, their first instinct, whoever it is, grandma, aunties, uncles, they gonna like encourage you to do that thing, right? Like they like, yeah, baby, do that. That's But I kept doing it, and I realized I was getting better because like elementary school, like it's girls, like let's have a girl group, right?
Yeah.
Then we do a talent show, started doing stuff like that. I just always wanted to be the center of attention. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. I always wanted that for music.
Okay.
I remember like my first time I was at a birthday party and everybody was going up to do something and they played Erykah Badu, Bag of Lady. And I knew that song by heart just from my mom just playing it in the car and riding around, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I went on stage and I was just performing that like I was Erykah Badu and everybody was going crazy. And I'm like, oh shoot, like I love this attention, right?
Right.
So after that, I did not want to stop. And I just kept doing it, kept working on writing songs and everything. Anytime I could find a beat or an instrumental, I wanted to try to write something to it.
Yeah.
It was now like how when I look back on it, it really was like a form of like venting for me.
Okay.
Like it was just something that helped me channel, any feelings I could have been feeling. But yeah, so that's how it started. I would say challenges as I got older and I realized like how tough it is, like for a woman to want to be a rapper. First off, you're a woman and you want to rap. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
like you get what I'm
Yes.
Like, what are you talking about? You want to be a rapper, huh? So what are you, a tomboy? What are you, a blah, blah, blah? What is like, you get what I'm saying? It's not until like I grew out of that little girl phase, I realized, I said, oh, okay, this is not like just, girls don't just be wanting to rap, I guess. So that was a challenge, definitely. And it's still a challenge in a way, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's not going to stop me. I'll tell you that much.
See, and that's what I wanted to say, because I see that didn't stop you even then, and going through, I take that was from your peers, of course, I mean, people like, and honestly, and I think that growing up, I didn't run into too many female rappers, I'll say that. And if I did, the crazy thing about it, and this was subconsciously, I don't think I took them serious. You know what I mean? Which is, and that came naturally though. It wasn't in the sense of like, me feeling like I'm better, but it was more like I never looked at them to be in the same I don't want to say like in the competitive mode. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I didn't look to see like they were my competition. You get what I mean? But then I did come across, some female MCs that was nice. I'm talking about wordplay.
Oh, it's some nice women.
Yes, indeed. And that's how I always, me, like I'm never like I'm not biased. Like I listen to every, everything. A talent is talent to me. And I can notice I love a pure artist. That's what I see in you also. So an artist like would stand out within anything. But to go back to that is that, you know, you didn't allow that, and you still like you said, you're still not allowing that to stop you from where you're going. And I want to say that is a success right within itself. That you're not allowing those barriers to stop you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean,
think about like the power players of the world, and not to cut you off, sorry.
You good.
But I mean, think about people like Kanye West or Nicki Minaj or Queen Latifah. I mean, think about all the top artists that you see right now, and how many no's they got. Look at Puff Daddy, Jay-Z.
Yeah. Tell me about one of
the no's are meant to happen to I feel like, to weed out. You get what I'm saying?
Indeed. Do you recall one of those no's that maybe affected you emotionally? Like, did you ever have a time that you felt that you wanted to give up?
Oh, that I wanted to give up. I've had times, okay, I'll answer that question. No. Have I had times where I have doubted myself if I could do this professionally? Yes. But have I ever wanted to give up? No.
Love it. Yes.
No.
So tell me about that time that you started when you doubted yourself.
Well, it's many things. It's just life things. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you get older, you go through relationships and things like that, right?
Right.
And it's like, well, how you gonna be with me if you want to do this?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
How you gonna have a baby if you wanna? You get what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
And I'm like, well, I do love you though.
Right.
I don't want you to. You get.
Yes.
You know, I would say I have definitely been put into like situations that made me feel like it was an either or thing, right? Where to make you feel like, oh my goodness, if I go all the way with this, I'm going to miss out on this.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll say. But at the end of the day, though, you just have to have faith in God.
Yes.
And you have to know that if somebody else, if you've seen someone else do it that looks like you, right? I've seen plenty of Black women that are rappers. Not plenty, like it's a plethora of them, but I've seen at least one, right?
Right.
Where I can say, okay, she was able to do it, so it's possible I can do it.
Yes.
And even if I don't go as far as that person, and not saying I could go further than that person, but even if at least I'm going to try, I'm gonna shoot my shot, and that's how I feel. I'm at least shoot my shot.
You know, I put up something about being a coulda, woulda, shoulda type of person. When you go through the years of your life, and 10 and 20 years from now, you looking back and because you didn't give your shots, and now you're living in regret, and that's not the way to live. And just to reiterate back on what you said, I feel like that choice. The either or choice when it comes to even people and even certain things happen to the greatest and the best of us, and entrepreneurs, people who take their career serious, regardless of what you do, whether it's music, you know, whatever it is, you know, like I believe that is a challenge that we all are faced with. And I think it's one of the hardest, because let's just say it was a relationship and you really care about that person, but you know, you cannot, like, I live by the standard now. Like, I refuse to lose myself being with someone else. I can't, you know, if I have to be someone else to be with you, or I can't do it. It's not worth it. It's not. And then you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy at all. So and then you'll be cheating the other person.
Yeah,
because you're not being fully yourself.
That's
like,
true.
Why you want 50% of me? Like, right now, you got the opportunity to get 100, and this comes with that 100. Like, this is my passion. This is what I was meant to do. So you take this away and give me that choice. You're gonna have somebody bitter, miserable.
It would never work out. And you know what's crazy, especially if that's maybe one of the things that attracted you to me or not. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You want me to cut? No, I can't. This ain't no sometime thing. My dream's not a sometime type of thing. So, you know, at this point, it's like, if it's like that, then I open the door for you. You get what I'm saying?
Man, and
See?
then shut it right when they walk out. You hear? Listen.
Yeah.
Because and that's the way, and it's and I don't care how rude people might think that it is, but it's real though. It's just like you having a kid and someone is wanting a relationship with you, but not want to accept your child. Come on now, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You have to do what you got to do. And I think that's important. So that's a keynote, man. Always, never lose yourself. Don't let nobody don't compromise, something that you have within you for something else, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be happy.
That's true. Yeah, no one will be happy. That's true. And what's for you is going to be for you. Yes. And that's just that. Yes. If it's for you, it'll work out. So
indeed. Yeah. Okay, so you said you not in Cleveland anymore. Where are you? Where are you?
I miss Cleveland though. Okay. I'm in New York City. I'm in the Big Apple.
Okay, now what led you to the Big Apple? Right now, okay, so now let's go through that. Okay, how did this transition come apart?
Honestly, I always wanted to live in New York City. I would watch, I was like watching BET and stuff. I was probably watching a lot of stuff I shouldn't have watched as a kid, to be honest with you. BET, After Dark, all that. Uncut.
Oh, no, so I don't even want to go into them songs.
I was into all of it. Yeah. But but you see all the biggest artists coming to New York City, Biggie, Tupac, you get what I'm saying? Yes. Recording at Quad Studio, popular studio here where all the biggest artists in the music industry have recorded at. You come to New York City, you just feel like you have an opportunity of making your dreams come true. It's like an immigrant coming to America. That's the way I compare leaving Cleveland and coming to New York. I look at it like that.
Yeah. Okay, so you just said what? You just packed your bags and left? Okay, what happened? I
packed up the car and I left. I hesitated a little bit, and I was considering this for years. I'm like, I want to make the move. I knew 10 years ago that I wanted to come to New York. Did I think I would be here now at this point? Did I think I would be here when it all started happening? No, I did not have a clue. But I had to move when it was time to move, and I was pushed to do it. You get what I'm saying? So I would always say, I'm going to live in New York one day. I need to move to New York one day. And I tried to do everything I could in Cleveland, going to studios, working on music and everything. I felt like I tried to exhaust it, performing and everything. Yeah. And I'm like, I just need to do more. All the major record labels and everything are out here. I need to be close to the action. I need to be able to walk to a building and meet somebody and talk to someone. You get what I'm saying? And everyone is in and out of this city. So I decided to move out here, have a job. I'm like, okay, let me make it happen. And then I started getting cold feet. I'm like, I don't know. And I'm talking to my mom about it. I'm like, Mom, I don't know. If I do this, what about this? And blah, blah, blah. She like, no, go. And she would just keep being in my ear, go. Nice. My mama called me, Brea, I had a dream that you need to, I'm like, all right, Mom, I'm going. I'm really going to go. I'm not going, you get what I'm saying? Yes. Everybody was pushing me. My brother, cousins, they like, leave. You need to get out of Cleveland. I'm like, okay. And I tried to think of every excuse to stay. I really did. Right. Okay. But at the end of the day, this is the best move for me professionally and just growth as a person. Like what? Yes. I've been in Cleveland, Ohio my whole life. Yes. So yeah, this is a big deal.
I can dig it. You know what? I love that what you just described about being pushed to your purpose. And I don't doubt that that is going to come like that. That decision is going to come out to be a beautiful flower, I like to call it. But what I mean by that, I feel like there's not one story that I have not listened to, that I have listened to that didn't have a choice where they had to be pushed into, something like, even let's go back to think about Kanye, since you brought him up, like, he had to get out of Chicago. You know what I mean? And not to go biblical, but I remember there was once a wise man once said that a prophet is never respected in his own home. You know, is never honored in his own home. So it's like, and I think that there's a reason for that, and not that there's not opportunity in Cleveland or anywhere, but I feel that shift of energy and going you know, somewhere where like in a sense you didn't know anyone. I don't know, but you went that step out on faith. You know what I mean? And that's the important thing too. You did that. You know what I mean? And like you said, the challenges, like you said, you had doubt. You start thinking about all these different things that come along with it, and but yet you still made that decision.
Yeah. And I'm like, other people believe in me. Other people feel like I can do this and I can make it happen. You know, they see something in me. And at the end of the day, I just feel like I'm worth it.
I'm absolutely
worth it.
Yes.
And so, yeah.
And you're doing something that a lot of people are afraid to do. You know what I mean? And that takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage. And me being in that position once upon a time in my life, you know, I understand, you know, the feeling of not knowing, but yet still going.
Yeah.
You know, just walking blindly, but you walking on faith. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And man, it's gonna be a beautiful thing to come out there. So how have your experience been?
It.
Yes, indeed. How have your experience been so far there? Like
it's been cool. New York is lit for real. Like literally it's lit. Like New York is cool. I love the food down here. You know, I'm a big foodie. I love food. So I haven't had a bad meal. It's so busy. Yeah. You don't have a choice but to wake up when everybody else wake up because it's gonna be loud. You're gonna hear sirens. You're gonna hear people yelling and cursing. You're gonna have to get up. Okay?
So you're reminding me of the movie Coming to America with Eddie Murphy. So it's really like that. When he got up, you remember and the man was like, F you. That's really how it is. Oh no.
I'm serious. No, that's how you feel every morning. Like, man, I wake up, I open my eyes, and I'm like, I'm in New York. I swear that's what I think about every day. I open my eyes. Yeah. Like, I'm really in New York. This is crazy.
What part of New York are you at?
Brooklyn.
You in the heart of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Oh,
I'm in Brooklyn. Yeah.
They love Biggie.
I love the culture here.
Yes.
I love the culture here.
I have some friends there that's doing quite well, you know.
Really?
Friends that moved out there and you know, never look back. You know what I mean? And so I believe that is a place for opportunity. So what are you wishing to get out of? Like what is the goal? What is the next step for you?
Yeah,
as far as your career?
Very, very like direct, straight to the point. Like, you get what I'm saying? No sugar coating with it. Like, I want a record deal. That's you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want. I want to have a major record deal. And I know everything nowadays, you may hear that. And I don't know your opinion on it, but you know, nowadays everyone is preaching like, you know, be independent and everything like that. And I agree with that. I have my own business and everything like that. I have my own record label that I hope one day can be funded, or I can have a partnership with the record label to help that, you know, get to the next level once my career has gotten to a place where I'm like, okay, it's time to move on. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I always see myself working in entertainment in the music industry specifically. Like I always see that happening. Like I want to change the music business in a way. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it today at this moment, but I know that it's something that I've always felt, and it's something I've always said for years. So I know it's unfolding. You get what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But first I'm gonna start with my music though. But yeah, that's what I want, because I want the world to hear me, and I want to get as many ears on it as possible.
As you will. You know what? To go back on that independent and you know, sign to a label, I believe that it's based on the individual. You get what I'm saying? Because what works for someone else might not work for the next person. So I think that we need to make that conversation a little bit broader than we do, because we so fixated on, you know, like you said, being independent, like, yo, not
Yes.
knowing what independency takes. Like,
Yes.
everybody,
Exactly.
yeah. And then if you're not financially in a position to handle all of that, then
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying. So I think that it definitely you know, it should be, like I said, it's more broader. Like, some people, if independent work for you, then so be it. And some people, if the label work for you, so be it. I'm
Yeah.
with either or. Like, I'm like, hey,
I hear
whatever
it.
works for you, you know, at the end of the day. Okay, so tell me about this music. Okay, so what you got coming up? What's popping? Where tell me something about a couple songs you got, or you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, and one thing I'll add to like the independent too versus going major, like it's pros and cons to both. So I
It is.
definitely know that, right? And I definitely do my research. And anybody listening to this right now, like if it's going to be an artist that checks out this interview or whatever, I just want to be clear, like you just got to do your research regardless, right? And you got to
Yes.
make sure you have the right people assisting you and helping you. So the end goal is always to be independent. I just want to be clear about that. The end goal is to always own your own. And if you can go into it and have a partnership deal, that's ideal. That's what you want to do, right? But shoot, it depends on what level you want to be on. You know, I talk to some artists and they say they don't want to be superstars. Well, that's not my story.
Yeah.
I want to go. I want to see how big I'm gonna get. How about that? You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I know I need a big entity behind me with that. So that's my logic. I just want to make sure I make that clear. But
I get it.
I mean, I put out my EP last year, Diamond in the Rough.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is available everywhere. So just like give it a listen if you haven't. Just give it a listen all the way through. It's my first body of work, though I've been working on music for so long. I finally put together a project.
What's your favorite song off that EP?
Lemonade is my freaking song. That's the song. Like if you trying to put somebody on to Brea Jordai, or if this your first time, like, you know, hearing anything about me,
Okay.
listen to Lemonade, play
Okay.
Lemonade,
Okay.
and then, you know, go down the rabbit hole and everything else.
What should we expect out of Lemonade? Give me just a brief recap of it if you
Yeah,
can.
Lemonade, everyone can relate to Lemonade. Lemonade is just about life. Lemonade is like, it's like a metaphor for life. Like,
Okay.
it is cliche, like when life give you lemons, make lemonade, but it's also a fact. You get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
anyone can listen to it. It's no curse words. Little kids can listen to it. My nephew, he loved the song. He always making dance videos and stuff to it. So it's for everybody.
Nice.
That's why it's one of my favorites. And I truly believe it's a timeless song. You know, I feel like you can listen to it 10 years, 20 years from now, and you'll be able to, you know, feel good about whatever you have going on like that.
Nice.
And
Okay.
I sampled Erykah Badu on that song too. So just check it out.
Now look how that is. Look how that works. Your first talent show, you singing Erykah Badu on stage.
That's what I mean.
And see, this is when we know
I need
how.
to meet her, don't
Yes,
I?
indeed, you do though. I mean, how that just tied in with that, and now
who you know? I know you know someone. I know you can find a way to introduce
you know,
me, Erykah. I know you know.
You know, we'll see what we can do. Now, I don't personally know Erykah, but you know, we just call that to God and handle that one. You know what I mean?
I need to meet Erykah. She ever watched this? I'm trying to meet you.
Indeed. You know, it's a small world. You never know. You know, I feel like, you know, we never know who's listening. We never know who's watching. But so what's after the EP? Like, what's your plan after that, or are you just focused on that right now? What's the overall plan afterwards? Or
yeah, definitely working on new music for sure. Always working on new music. And speaking of, I have another song on my EP, Diamond in the Rough, featuring Ray Cash. If you're familiar with him, he's a Cleveland legend. If you're not familiar, you should definitely get familiar. Okay. So still working is featuring him. That's a knocker, I guess you would say. That's something you definitely want to play as well after you listen to Lemonade. But yeah, definitely pushing that, trying to promote that as much as I can. Okay. And I'm on to like my next project, this is the microwave era. So everybody is like, what's next? What it's never enough. That's the battle. It's never enough. So you just got to stay consistent, keep putting out stuff. You know what I mean? So people eventually really, really take you serious.
Okay, so can we hear just a little bit? I mean, I hate to put you on the spot like I'm about to do,
shoot.
But
okay, that's cool. Let me. I mean, I don't want to give you nothing that's already like out for real. Let me.
Hey, whatever you feel, whatever your heart desire.
Let's see. All right, forget it. I'm gonna just go for it. This already out, but whatever. This is Say Less. This probably will be something on a new project. Thank you for warming up my chair. Tell your mama I want to smoke this year. The dust just settled, but the smoke ain't clear. I run my city even when I'm not there. Had to take a vacation, jumped on a lair, more like a plane. These niggas playing. These niggas, man, can't breathe in my air. I spit cold, but you get sick, come there. And I'm going far, move to the big city. Back in the day, I used to want big titties. Still getting finer, but the flow ain't pretty. Haven't heard a rapper yet. Lyrically can get with me. If you disagree with me, say my name in a song. That I catch a body and it won't take long. These hoes weak, but they smoking on strong. Talking about they cooking up, need to fix up their songs. They laid in the bed, but I made up the bed. You ain't really gangsta, it's all in your head. My uncle told me, baby girl, rap from your heart. Let the mother niggas play made up instead. Who knows, maybe one day I'll be the spark like Tupac said. This is my start. I ain't stopping till I'm dead. Headphones on, got a long hair plan. Still a little ratchet, but I'm hearing what she's saying. Light skin longer, whistle setting in. Had to get the dough because they wouldn't let me in. This my time. I ain't worried about next. What competition? I know I'm the best. XO, fuck my ex. You don't want problems, nigga, say less.
Ooh.
Say less.
Hey, real spitter.
I got bars on the way.
Real life MC. Real life MC. I'm loving every bit of that.
For real.
I love you. You spit some bars in there. My turn now. I'm just kidding. No, you definitely lit the booth on fire, man. And you know what? You are the first MC to ever come on my show and spit. And I rarely ask, but I definitely wanted the world to hear you because I know that you got it, man. You definitely got it.
I appreciate it. Listen, so if you coming after me or you an MC on this show and you coming after, you better make sure you coming correct and you better make sure you got them bars, okay? Because next time I come on, I'm coming for whoever rapped after me.
You hear that? And she's not playing. Listen.
I'm not.
Man, this is this was a lovely conversation, man. I appreciate I appreciate you coming through and lighting the booth on fire, being the first MC on All Talk Podcast to spit and literally go crazy. Loved it. So just where can the people follow you at? Let me get that, the social media and YouTube.
Absolutely, please. So you can follow me at Live and Let Be. That's on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram like every other millennial, like everybody really. But that's LivenLetbe. So follow me on IG, keep up with me. You tap in with me if you have questions, if you want to, whatever, anything about the music, just let me know. Don't be shy. And just keep rocking with me. I mean, you can follow me on every platform, Twitter, Brea Jordai, BreaJordai. And definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, Brea Jordai everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, y'all make sure y'all tap in and to greatness, man, while it's on the way. You know what I mean? And she's headed to the top, and I'm gonna be the one to say it first. And I'm glad you were on All Talk Podcast because this will go down in history. So
I know it.
Yes, indeed. And so just a brief recap, man. One thing that definitely stood out on this episode, I'll say is never compromise who you are. For anyone, if you believe in whatever career that you whatever you wish to do not set that aside and always put that first. also, you know, don't be afraid to step out on faith, yo. Don't be
Yes.
afraid to go into, you know, no man's land to receive the gifts that are out there for you, because, you know, you're not going to receive it where you at. It's going to take you to actually step out there on faith for you to
Mhm.
receive that. So you got to knock out all fear. And one thing, Brea, and one more thing, you got to have a great support system of people who
Yeah.
believe in you. You know, it's very important that you're around like-minded people. Don't be
That's true.
around those people who are going to, you know, try to, who don't believe in you overall.
Yeah.
You want to give you, you know, be negative all the time, and you know, you
Yes.
eliminate them people out of your life and get the people around you who believe in you so much that they will push you into your purpose.
The sooner you do it, the better.
The sooner, the better.
That's
All right,
right.
so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. This has been another episode of All Talk Podcast, man. And we got the lovely Brea Jordai
Yes.
who
Also a
stepped through.
podcast. Thank you for having me.
Indeed, and it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and tap in on all social medias, and you know, follow, like, subscribe on the YouTubes, and we'll catch you next time.
Yes.
All right? Peace, y'all.
Yeah. God is back. God is back. God is back. God is back. God is back.